Hello everyone, and today I am going to show you how exactly we are going to use CAE CRM. I'm just log in with the admin credentials. So once I do log in, I landed onto setting module as you see over here, and I have tons of options over here. Let's go one by one to each of them. First, let's try to create a degree. I'm adding a new degree with the name, let's say NYC DEG, and I'm just putting a description NYC USA. While I'm saving this degree, and going to see this degree in view all options, I was able to see NYC DEG as a degree. This degree we are going to use while creating our applicant. Now we have to add some other things as well. Let's say country and state list. When I clicking on view all, as you see, we have few of the countries as well as the states mentioned over here. I can go back and add a new country and the state. We can name this country as a new country and then a state. A state can be comma separated value, and once I save this, it actually gives me an output. Over here we have this new country and our states mentioned here. Now let's go back and trying to add a default intake. We have a default intake feature which actually resemble the list of applicant to be visible. If this intake is updated to any of the category and the year, the applicant section which is going to be shown towards the CRM will be changed. This section is only limited to the admin privilege. We have a process sheet, we have a contract type. So let's see a contract type. While I was adding a contract type, I just need to enter a contract type name. So I'm just adding a new name and saving this. Once I save, I was able to see a new one. I can go back and then I go into the process sheet. In this sheet, I have tons of universities. So for this, I need to add a university. All the added university will visible over here. If I select any of the university and upload any of the document along with this and say save process sheet, I can successfully save a new process sheet under that specific university. I can add n number of process sheets. If you see, this is what our folders look like, and we can also view this document, else we can delete it as well. Once I go back and go to the settings again, we have covered majority of the sections. Now we have to focus on the actual main modules. We have category and brochures. We can add a category by clicking on this specific drop down and selecting any of the university which was relevant towards the brochure which I'm about to upload. I upload this document and save this category / brochure. Once I do, it shows me a list. I can go back and add a new program list now. A program list is a list which actually gives you number of programs under that specific degree. Remember, we have just created a degree. So in the drop down, you will see NYCDEG. We can also select a university which we are looking to add a degree, add a program of, and let's say I add MBA Masters. Just giving a very generous name in order to show you how exactly this will work. Once we do have in here, you will see we have list of programs and list of universities. We can add a filter to literally every table in the CRM. Clicking on a plus icon will give us a drop down value for the field. What I'm going to do is I'm adding a degree as a filter and then selecting my degree so that I can see only this value. Once I click on apply, it shorts the data and gives you an idea about this university has a degree, a program which name MBA Masters. Now I have program also been created. Now, these two sections, agent user and CA user, will discuss later on into the video, or maybe that going to be a part of a separate video which was not relevant towards the user which was using the system. So this can be a privileged access. So only the admin of organization and CAE and a master admin will able to have these two options. Let's go with the university. Let's try to add a new university over here. Clicking on a new university, I need to file some of the information towards adding a new university. Adding a new name to the university, let's say we use Kappa University and the country is going to be US. State, as you see, if I change the university, change the city or country, will able to see is change the states as well. Clicking on my new country, which I have just created as a dummy, and selecting the state will gives me the list of states I have created under that. Let's go with the PG now. I'm adding a city, a base city. I'm adding a Delhi over here. Then I have a currency section where I can choose which of the currency I'm dealing with this university. Clicking on any of the university, any of the currency within the university will gives me an idea about what exchange rates and currency I'm following through. I can add a contract type. As you see, I have a contract type, a name, a new name. When I click on this, I have a promoted program list as well. Once I click on this, you will see I have just created NYC degree. So if I click on this, I was able to promote this program. I can also promote multiple programs by clicking on multiple values so that it can check. Now this says fee waiver. I can select yes and no based on the preference I have, and then I need to add a campus address. Let's say I add a US. I also need to add a website link. So I'm adding the same website link for now. Later on, it can be a different website link. Then we do have a reminder option, which actually reminds us what exactly the time or what exactly the duration this contract going to be end. I can create it, reminder note I can add a date and time value and so on. So let's say if I add 30th, done, and I have a resend section as well. Let's say if I go to 10 September and I'm uh, calling for the office space. Okay. Now the point of contact person also need to be mentioned over here. Let's say if I add Rahul at gmail.com, and I'm adding a new number for Rahul. I'm adding designation as well. So I'm a coordinator, the university designation, okay, and is primary, yes. Then this section is going to visible to admin only. I can add any of the logic over here, and then I can add a description for the university. This can be a well equipped description, so I can just bold the text or italic as well. I also need to upload some of the supportive documents. So I'm just adding a dummy document for now. I need to upload 3 images. So for uploading the images, I'm use mine. Then it asks the university logos as well. I'm just putting the same my image for the logo, and I'm just having a contract end date. So for end date, I can add today's 1 year later. As you see, my document is updated over here, and now I can simply save the university. Saving this university is creating a new university, so that once we have a list of university drop down, our university going to be visible over there. We can also block the university by clicking on this specific switch, so that the university is not going to be visible to any other person. Saying this is completing our settings section for now, in order to have a basic use cases. Thank you, and I'm going to provide more such videos over the CRM, so that everyone will know how the CRM is going to be work.